Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So in today's YouTube video I'm going to be teaching you guys an entry model, and the entry model is an entry model I created myself while trading Hub 3.0's SMC concept. You can go check out his YouTube. In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to trade, where to keep your stop losses so that you won't get stopped out unnecessarily and you won't have to guess your stop loss. So let's get right into the video. So if you're conversant to SMC 3.0 by Trading Hub, you should be conversant with structure like this, where you have a break of structure inducement, tap on your POI, or you have a lower time frame confirmation, and then you get your entry from here. You can get your entry from turning points like this after inducement has been taken out, and also after your break of structure has been taken out, giving you the second change of character. So without talking too much, I'll keep this video as short as possible. Once you are trading around inducement or into any POI, for instance, let's say market is making series of higher highs, making series of break of structures, and after every fake break of structure we have this low here, which is called our inducement. This is our most recent pullback. So once this inducement has been taken out, we are looking for possible buys to the upside. So usually what happens is we use the chalk entry model by Mr. Khan. I love it, Mr. Khan. Use our chalk entry model. We have a change of lower time frame, change of character, inducement, tap into another block, and we start expecting buys. So the problem is, what do you do after this first structure? After you've gotten this first lower time frame entry, you keep looking for this type of entries. So I'm going to be teaching you two different scenarios on how you can deal with this. So after this first so this is going to be scenario 1. okay, so this is going to be scenario 1. So after you have this first lower time frame confirmation, you can now decide that okay, you can keep on trading like this, whereby you wait for price to take out inducement and wait for a lower time frame POI to be filled. So once this lower time frame POI is over here, you entered immediately directly from here using the chalk entry model. But in this second order block, you're not going to enter directly. You're going to wait for a mini change of character. So once price reacts of this zone, you want to see it come and create this high. Once it takes out this high, you can enter when it comes back to mitigate another flow or another block or whatever is inside here, and you can buy to the upside. So once it taps into the other block, you can do this, and where will you keep your stop loss? Once it creates this kind of structure which looks like a head and shoulder pattern inside your other block, and you're entering directly from here, you can just safely keep your stop loss just above this other block. So this is not a guess. I've tested this several times and it works beautifully. Try it out of GBP AUD and come thank me later. So yes, so when it taps into your other block, the lower time frame other block, you can take this entry model. So now let's say perhaps it fails this other block. But let me keep on using more structures. So let me delete this. So after it takes out this high, you know the whole strategy and everything. You set your trade on break even after it breaks this high. So now waiting for the next inducement, tap into another block and everything to form. So let's say price now does something like this, gives us this structure here, takes it out this inducement, and this is our other block right here, our other block or other flow right here. And now it fails this zone, but gives us the structure we're looking for, gives us that change of character here. We can still buy here and look for buys to the upside. So now the question is, this was where our POI was. Let me just extend this a little bit. So this was where our POI was, but it failed and created this scenario 1. I'm going to call this scenario. Okay, let me call this scenario 2, because the scenario 1 is the normal entry model you all know from Mr. Khan. So please, if you do not know the entry model, you can go check out this YouTube video, or in the future if I have any video explaining it, I'm going to link it in this video somewhere. So but chances are I may not, because he has explained everything beautifully on his YouTube. So let's say this first order block where you intentionally wanted to buy from fails, because if this structure, this head and shoulder pattern, which is price taps into your order block, gives you a lower time frame change of still, but this one I'll call it a mini structural change of character, and taps into another front order block inside here, you can buy and keep a stop loss just below this order block, because he respected the order block and created the structure. But let's say he failed this order block and there was no order block here, it failed and it created this structure. Where would you keep a stop loss? Let's say you're entering, remember this was when we had a change of character over here, so you're entering on an order block here. Where would you keep a stop loss? You could keep it here, but out of a lot, you'll be stopped out a lot of times, so you can just keep it at the most recent low, or if there's any SMT order block, or if there is any valid order block, or the nearest structure you can find that is not so close, or the next structure you can find, you can just safely keep your stop loss around that structure or below the other block. So let's say there was an order block that was here. Let's see, the other block was here and this structure formed. You can safely keep your stop loss just below this other block. But let's say there was no other block, and this thing formed here, you can just keep your stop loss just below this pullback here. You can go back test this out yourself, especially on GBP AUD, and come back and thank me later. So this is our scenario 2. So you keep on repeating the same structure, because normally using the chalk entry model you have entered from here, but waiting for confirmation, you can use this. Keep your entry, your stop loss just below the most recent pullback here, and if it forms this structure and respects the other block, just keep it just below that other block. And another thing is, let's say this is your decisional order block and you had another order block here, and this structure came and formed on your extreme and not on your decisional. It formed on your extreme, you can enter trade twice here. That means trade for your extreme and the trade you have taken here, you can also enter it here. So you can place 2 positions here, stop loss being just below this other block. So that's the first scenario. So now let's go to the next scenario. Next scenario is going to be something more exciting that I feel many of you must have figured it out, but a lot of people may also be having challenges figuring it out. So let's say you had break of structure and price now comes to take out this inducement. So over here you're going to be looking for entries after price has taken out this inducement, right? This inducement here. So now you're looking for entries. So the entry model we're going to use in this scenario is, after price has given you that lower time frame change of character, inducement taken out, tap into your order block. Once price taps into your order block and gives a reaction, you can buy from here and gives a reaction, and this trade is set on break even. And this trade is, because once if you know Mr. Khan's rule, once this high is taken out, you set this trade on break even. So once this trade is set on break even, you go back to the higher time frame. This is your lower time frame, this red marking is your lower time frames. So once this trade hits break even, you go back to your higher time frame, and on your higher time frame you are going to be waiting for inducements. You're waiting for higher time frame inducement to be taken out. So like, let's say remember this is a higher time frame structure over here. So once we set our trade on break even, we will go immediately to the higher time frame and wait for higher time frame inducement. That means break even taken, it gives us a pullback, gives us a mini break of structure, micro structure break of structure here. So you can see here, this is a little break of structure here. you can now wait for it to take out this inducement here, take out that inducement. So once is a situation like this is not a change of character, this is not a change of character, this is an inducement. So once you take out this inducement, you can now enter, immediately gives you a change of character. You can enter on a change of character to the upside. Let me draw that again. So let's say it has not taken out that your higher time frame inducement, you jump back to lower time frame, wait for lower time frame, change of character, tap into your other block and goes to the upside. So now once it breaks this high that is created here, you set this trade on break even. Remember, this is the lower time frame over here. You enter, immediately you have a change of character. You can use a buy stop over here, or you can wait for this candle to close. If it closes bullish, you can buy immediately on the nearest order block, order flow imbalance here. You can buy on the nearest order block, order flow or imbalance here to the upside, or you can just hit a buy stop where you have a change of character. But if it's a sweep, you wait for it to close. It doesn't matter the choice, but it works. It doesn't matter, you can backtest and whatever results you like, you keep. So once it breaks this high on the lower time frame, you go back to your higher time frame and wait for another inducement on the higher time frame to be taken out. So once this inducement has been taken out, you jump back to your lower time frame, repeat the whole process. Mainly this time around you don't have to wait for inducement because you already had a higher time frame microstructure inducement taken. So it mainly gives you a change of character. You can buy immediately, putting a buy stop here, or you wait for the candle to close. If it closes, you can buy the nearest imbalance, order block or order flow here, all the way to the upside, and repeat the same process over and over again. But now let's say there was an order block, for instance, here. So please grab that in mind, and this is a higher time frame order block. So let me change the color. This order block is a lower time frame order block where you have your first structure Mr. Khan teaches you, your chalk entry model. Once you have your chalk entry model here and you have your first trade on break even, that's when you now start applying this. You cannot start applying this if you do not have any break even set already, so please note that. So let's say that you have, after this break even has been reached and you had a higher time frame inducement and you had a higher time frame order block here. So once price taps into your higher time frame microstructure order block, I'll call this microstructure because this is your major structure. Let me change the color of this to green. So green represents your major structure, red represents your lower time frame structure, that's your entry time frame structure. Purple or is this blue represents your microstructure, that is still your same higher time frame structure, but it's not your major high or major low. Your major high is this, your major low is a point here. It's going to be this low here. This is going to be your major low and your major high. Let me change the color of this to green. That will be your major low and this will be your major high. So these 2 points. But where you're waiting for a high or the low to be taken, you can be using the entry model. So back to what I was saying. So once you have this order block here, once price taps into it, you can go to the lower time frame and identify smaller order blocks inside. So if for instance there was a small lower time frame order block here inside this, you can buy immediately. You have this change of character, you apply the same entry model. But for instance you do not have any order block inside, you have to wait for inducement, lower time frame inducement here. So over here you cannot buy directly on this change of character, you have to wait for price to give you a move like this. After it has given you that change of character, wait for inducement to be taken out, tap into another block here and you buy to the upside, and you buy to the upside until you have this high taken out and you can set this trade on break even. So sorry for this particular entry model, when you don't have any little order block or order flow inside this microstructure higher time frame order block and you have this guy tapped here, you can set your trade on break even once it breaks this high. And that's just it. That's how that is going to save you the stress of having to have a large structure like this. Let me show you a very relatable example. Which is very relatable, because I had the same challenge too, where you had this first break of structure and you have another structure form here. Where would you keep your stop loss? Would you keep your stop loss here? Would you keep your stop loss here? Would you keep your stop loss here? And this was very ridiculous, very ridiculous. But because of the number of hours I spent on the markets, I was able to come up with this entry model, which is you wait for this structure to form, or this other entry model whereby you are going to be playing within the higher time frame and the lower time frame. And trust me, this works beautifully. So for this model, try it out on GBP AUD. Thank me later. GBP AUD, try it out. This model, try it out on anything, on any goddamn thing. Forex, crypto, indices, try it and thank me later. This, try it especially in GBP AUD. You can try it around AUD USD. I don't really do enough findings on AUD USD, but I backtested it a lot on GBP AUD, and wow, using the normal entry model, I would have ended 6 months with 20-something% in returns, but using this, I've ended up with 50% returns in 6 months, risking 1%, which was massive. So like, I decided to share this with you guys for free. And please, if you find this video helpful, please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. And if you want me to make a video of this on a live chat, let's try to make this video reach at least 100 likes. Once we reach 100 likes, I'm going to do this entry model on live charts. If this video reaches 100 likes. If not, if it doesn't reach 100 likes, I won't be able to do more than this. This should be enough. Like, honestly, this should be enough. So if you're willing to put in the work, you wouldn't even have to wait for the video to reach 100 likes. You can just figure it out yourself, or you can just come message me and we have a one-on-one session together. I'll backtest at least 6 months worth of data, me and you, one-on-one. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. If you're confused, come back, watch it again, and I promise you, if you are able to master this, you would love it a lot, like a lot. And this is what I've been using, and it has been working for me beautifully. And once again, why should you listen to me? This 2024, for the past 9 months, I've been sharing my trades live on my Telegram channel. The link should be in the description. I've been sharing my trades live, and I've ended 9 months with over 70% returns on my end alone. Then when I introduced my trade going to the channel, I've ended the month with a whooping 120% plus returns. You can go to the Telegram channel, check it out by yourself, and the results speak for themselves. You can see when I started using my FX book to link my accounts and show the live records and everything. I did that until I had to change my broker to get a zero spreads account, because I was having different issues with the broker I was having. The spreads were just crazy. So please, I know what I'm saying. I've backtested this with over 3 years worth of data, and it has worked beautifully. Even in the worst trading year, which was 2015, I've backtested it in 2015, 2020, 2021, 2023, 2024. I picked those specific years not randomly, but for specific reasons. Some major events happened around that time. So see you guys in the next video. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Peace out.